Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land. So, just finishing off the harvest of this field. Fortunately, the crops have now dried, but already we've got the warning of potential bad weather coming our way. So, I've kept up with this as I've gone round. We've been collecting the grain. We've been baling up the straw, we've been picking up the bales, so I mean, you know, trying to keep it as efficient and quick as possible. But yes, delightfully, while we have been doing it, finally, the hay has, well, become hay, you know, the dried grass has become hay. There we go. Fold that in. So that's all good. I'm just going to park this for a minute because, you know, if it gets a little bit wet, it's not such a big deal. Slow that down. Switched off. Coolio. But yeah, so just, you know, clouds are gathering, a little bit of time playing up. That rain symbol's only just appeared. We're not due rain until, I think, sort of early evening, so sort of 5-ish, 6-ish. So to be honest, we should have plenty of time to quickly windrow up the, slow that down, switch it on. Yeah, we should have plenty of time to windrow up the hay, both in terms of what's, wrong way. Yeah, both in terms of what's at, there we go. Yeah, what's over near the village, the stuff that we took out of the lawns, and of course what we have on our one large grass field. Sadly, oh, it is just enough to create another bale. Awesome. To be honest, it's not worth getting that last bit up. Well, that's it, I suppose we're here. So you know what. So I think what I'm going to do for speed is we'll put the bales, I've already done one unload of bales, so switch that off, raise that up, and ooh, unload. How do I unload the bales? Unload baler 9. There we go. Yeah, got a weekend of farming video recording to do after just done some train stuff, so figure might as well get my my wheel out, my panel, and do it properly. Except for walking, which I still have to use the controller for. So we've got 12 so far. So we've only one load. I can't remember when this takes. Is it 32 something? So yeah, we already have one load, and yeah, I'll put those through the bale shredder. So we'll do the same with these. The hay bales, I might actually put, we've got an empty shed for now. So I might unload them into the shed just for a bit of variety. What's the best way to get out? I suppose given that I haven't yet finished off this river, I must do that actually. Oh, it's loud. There we go. Yeah, given that I haven't finished creating that river yet, might as well go that way. But yeah, so we now need to very quickly move the baler up here. The windrow is already up here at this field, so we might as well start here. Plus, to be honest, this is the critical one. It's the biggest one for a start. If we start to lose some of the other, that's less of an issue. That was a bonus, a side benefit really of mowing the grass. So not such a big deal as you know, obviously our grass field, which we specifically created for purposes of generating us some hay, or silage, but hay in this case. So yeah, so we'll do that. So what we'll do is we'll unload these bales. This bale is not supported. Oh yeah, of course, because there's still a wood chip bale there. Right, now what we have to do is go through the creating the like unloading and stuff. Okay, so let's do that. Are we on? We're all in, not quite. May as well switch off the engine, to be honest, because we need to be right here for this next field anyway, which again is another good reason to... Oh, so remind me, transporting position. Actually, I've never done this with a side panel before. Fine. Unload bales. Okie dokes. Unload bales here. Boom. Straight into the straw shredder. Nice. So that's that. Do that. Right. Sure. Actually, how are we doing for straw then? 667,000 litres. Well, that's pretty good. Along with the 790,000 litres of hay that we have, 331,000 litres of storage and of silage rather, and a whole load of chaff as well. Cool. Okay. Right. Well, let's go get all the equipment together, and I'll see you in a second. Right. So brought the baler up. Actually, also brought the trailer with the. So I did need to move the truck because I brought the trailer up. Oh, that baler's going to be in the way there actually. Oh well. Let's see how we do. Yeah, I brought the trailer up with the grain in it because so I had to empty that, which meant I had to move the truck. But it's fine. I felt best to do that just in case it starts raining during any of this next process, so that we can just focus on what we've got to do here. Right. Okie dokie. Folding it out. Let's hope it will fit. It's actually long enough, hopefully, that I can just get it past the tree. No, it isn't, actually. Oh, well, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh, well, let's not worry about that. We'll come back and do that bit in a later, then I'll have to move the baler. Sure. Lower it down, switch it on. Let's get windrowing. So I'll try and be as efficient as I can, but I'm not going to leave too much at the edges because I have a tendency to then miss bits, he says, which then of course becomes incredibly inefficient because you just have to come back again. And our baler is pretty good at picking up most stuff, but chances are there'll still be bits that I miss, but we'll get as much of it as we can get done. I've just realised how low the tractor is on fuel and how rather soon it will need a bit of work doing on it. So it may struggle a little bit on the hills, actually, because it won't be at full power. But hopefully we'll be all right. It's only this very first bit that's particularly steep. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, so first time off cutting and rowing up our grass field. Oh, look, got a tree in the way. There's going to be a snag, isn't it? Well, actually, that's not too bad. That could have been worse. Those little bits I can just pick up. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea and why I wouldn't just have done that. Actually, the other way to do it is just to switch the thing off. Let's approach this from the other way. I'll pick up those bits and we'll run down. Yeah, I've cut this really too close to those trees. I kind of should have thought about that a bit. But there you go. I haven't checked yet, actually. I'm assuming there are no more fields ready. Seasons, it tends to be once a day, so it'll be tomorrow morning before I'm guessing any more are ready, which is going to be tricky because it's going to rain tonight. And then they'll be damp. And then we'll have to wait for them to dry, and I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow as well. Oh well. See how we do. And again, if I'm going to do a headland, that's going to catch... That wasn't too bad. Yeah, if I'm going to do a headland, it might be better to bail up, pick up the bales from the headland first, get those out of the way. Yeah, I might need to take these trees out. I left them because I thought it'd be nice to keep some trees down. I could take these trees out and then maybe, or maybe just get a smaller windrow. That could be a better answer. But yeah, I could take these trees out and then maybe just plant a whole line of them all the way down. I was amazed to see how many trees I've actually planted on here. I don't think I did that on video. I did check how many I've planted, how many I've cut down, and I've planted so many trees, which is kind of odd, really. And yet I don't seem to have cut down that many, which is also a bit odd. But there you go. Nice sweeping curve. Not too crazy. Baler should be able to cope with that. Just bring it back in a little bit. Bring us around the tree. There we go. Nice. Lovely. Lift it up, switch it off. Take it back a little bit. Actually not that sure what I'm going to do with that bit at the end. I think actually if the baler wasn't there, I think it would fit. So let's swing it round. And we can, there is a bit we're going to miss, but eventually it'll get wet and rot away. So fine, it'll go back to being wet grass and then it'll rot and it'll be fine. Slightly unorthodox, I think, to leave it unfolded and detach it. There you go. We'll be using it again very, very soon. Right, let's see how many bales we're going to get off here, because this is just the headland. I'm going to have to spray this with weed killer off, because we've already got weeds coming through since I've cut it. Which I'm pretty sure is a thing peculiar to seasons, because I don't think you get weeds in grass in base game. Yeah, so first bale out is going to be straw. And then we're on to the hay, and a hay, and a hay. Yeah, we're going to miss loads. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Mind you, someone has brought out now a slightly wider forage pickup header. So if I was going to do it loose, that would be the answer. But from what I've done so far, this seems to be the baler with the best pickup width. And therefore, yeah, this can't do it, I'd say. I think this windrow is just a little bit too wide. Just a little bit. But it's fine, we'll be getting the bulk of it up. The point is to get as much done as quickly as we can, because, you know, that rain is at some point in the next 6 hours. The clouds are already gathering. I'll put us down at ×1, so we should have plenty of time, to be honest. But, you know, you never know. That was a bit tricky. Yeah, and all these squiggly bits where we've hit the trees with the windrow are not going to help in our abilities to be effective at picking everything up. But it's fine, because we are going to have to come back round and do some of this again. So to be honest, it doesn't make an awful lot of difference, does it? Get it over the mound. It is pretty good at dealing with mounds, though, this baler. I'll certainly give it that much. He says as he looks round and sees a massive mound still there. No, not bad at all, actually. Spin round, pick some of that up. Spin round again. Right, back on the line. Yeah, more weeds, look. Definitely going to need to put some spray on. And they're all young weeds at the moment. I could get a weeder, but then with a weeder I'll just be constantly weeding, quite frankly. I will need to get a weeder at some point, because I want to start doing a couple of fields organically, if I can. You know, give that a go. We can start making organic foods at No Man's Land Foods, which means they'll only ever get stuff that we've grown from organic fields. It's going to be an interesting test. I might be just overcomplicating things, to be honest, but right, there we go. So that's first pass. Far from perfect, but still. So let's just get the baler out of the way. I'll go get the truck and we'll get these picked up and we'll see how many we got, because then I'll need to go around and finish the sort of the bits. of the headland. Should have picked that up first. So I'll do that and I'll catch up with you in a little while. Right, so we started on the main rest of it. So I've been around, I picked up all the little bits as well. Got 14 bales from just the headlands. I don't think I dropped any more. Did I drop any more? Nah, but I did create another bale and another third of a bale just from the dregs, if you like, the bits that I left behind. Trying to do this in straight lines, as straight as possible. So hopefully we'll get a little bit less extra to pick up. Conscious that the rain clouds are, you know, rapidly approaching. I didn't do that particularly well down this end, so that may take a bit of fiddling, but actually, you know, I've tried to smooth out this edge, and we'll do it again, trying to smooth it out a little bit. Try and straighten it up as much as possible. Probably means we'll get to the point where we're starting to overlap some of the swaths a little bit, but equally we'll try and avoid that, because then that just means they get really, really, really deep, you know. But actually we might get this bit at the end here, so it might be that I'll bail up what I've just swathed, so we reduce that risk of sort of crossing the streams, so to speak, because we're not quite going to do this in one go, are we? Shame. We can cross this last little bit though, and then we'll pick up that tiny little bit at the end, and that'll make that one nice little extra bit. There we go. Switch that off. Let's have a look. How's that looking? Oh, not bad actually. Can we do that bit without? Probably not, right? Yeah, actually, you know what? We'll get a little bit to start with, but not a great deal. Not enough to make the swath unmanageable. Right, let's try and keep in the middle of this. There'll be a little bit at the bottom. But actually, the nice thing about a big windrow like this is, of course, it's quick to windrow, even if it does make the baling a little bit more faffy if you're not careful. But you know, to do this big field in just a couple of minutes, plus a headland, it's not bad. Not bad at all. And I think I'll leave the time as is. It's fine. There's other little jobs to do. We can. I still want to put some cover crop in our one field. Well, actually now several fields that are ready. But I mean, I could always start slurring and prepping the other fields as well that we've harvested. I think that'll be all we can do for now, is it? Well, again though, actually, can we? Let's give it a go, see how far we get. Oh, well that's fine, because that bit we can just pick up with a baler anyway. That's a tiny little swath on its own. Try and keep this in the middle. We might start pulling in tiny sections of the others. But equally, by the time it gets that narrow, we could probably just pick it up with the baler anyway. Like about there. Fold that up because we're now done for this field. Right, so I'll get the rest of this baled. Shall I do it as a time lapse? I might record it, and then if there's time in the video, I'll throw it as a time lapse. I haven't done a time lapse at all since I started since I reinvigorated the channel with these shorter, sharp videos. But yeah, I could do actually. I'll see how much time there is in the video and if we've got time to put a little bit in. Okay, so I did the baling. I completely failed to record it properly, so no time lapse, but never mind, we probably wouldn't have had time anyway. And as you can see, I didn't exactly do a cracking job of the baling. Quite a bit of tidying up to do, but crikey, we got a lot of bales out of this. So let's see how many we get. Obviously we've got the odd straw one sitting right over at the other side of the field. I'm trying to ignore that so I don't get it mixed up with the hay. I'll come pick it up later. I was just thinking, actually, I'm not even sure I have a bale fork, because I so far pretty much done everything loose. So yeah, and I may do at some point. Might do a change. I think we'll just do different equipment. That's kind of the fun about leasing a lot of stuff, is that each winter, each summer rather, I might just do it differently. So maybe next time we'll do square baling, but using the I was thinking I might use one of those big pickup bale grabs that picks up like 6 bales at a time, all nice and flat, as opposed to Kotec, the old Kotec way. It's no longer Kotec, but was, with the 4 bales with the claws. So yeah, so there's a few different ways we could do it. So maybe we'll do some manual baling next year. We'll see. But this is going to fill up pretty quick. It's a bit weird doing this offset, but it's always a bit more interesting than doing it straight. Ooh, only got room for one more. We've got another 1, 2, 3 on the... I missed one. Another 3 on the field, is that? Right, there we go. Oh, I'm gonna hit that one if I'm not careful. Still pushing it along. Okay. Stop messing about. Okie doke. So let's just go put these in the shed. Trying to kill as few chickens and cockerels on the way as possible. Right, okay. So first things first, transporting position. Right, 9 to unload bales. Okay. I thought we put them in here. I'm not using it yet. I ended up putting some grain in it, but in the meantime, try and put the bales at the edge. There'll be plenty of room to put grain in the middle if I need to. Right, let's come out a second. See what we're doing. We fit just about. Now the tricky thing, of course, now we'll be lining up the bales, or the trailer rather, nicely, so that we're square, so that we are close enough that I can push them right up against the edge of the, of the shed. It's not going to be easy, is it? Yeah, I might regret trying to do this. It's much easier in a fully open access shed. But there you go, let's just... Crikey, sorry, this is a bit fiddly. Yeah, maybe we'll just give up on the idea of trying to get it right up to the edge. If we unload... Well, let's put that on a second. Unload bales. So abort unloading, unload bales. Right, now we should be able to... How do we move them about then? Am I being really stupid? Oh, there we go. That's weird. Why didn't I do that a second ago? Oh, I can. Actually, we can do it. They actually take up a bit less space than I thought. Still not quite straight. Actually, that's not bad. Unfortunately, with no back and forth movement, that's pretty much it. But once they are real bales, we just unload bales here. Hey, nice. Now all I need to do is get the truck out without disturbing the bales. That similarly could be easier said than done. No, looking all right. Looking all right. Looking all right. Yes. Nice. Okie doke. I'll go around this way actually. Past the silo. Oh, we can't get past the silo. There's a tractor in the way with a trailer on it. There we go. Right. Let's go get the rest, and then I'll just tidy up the edges a little bit. Uh-oh, that rain's coming. Best be quick. And I'm on times one. Crikey, it's come earlier than it said. Oh, and here it comes. No. No, no, no. Okay, we need to be fast now. And fast means not messing about, missing bales. Why is that not? There we go. So quick. I mean, to be honest, it took a really long time last time to take the grass from being dry grass to wet grass. So honestly, we've probably got a little while, but we do need to get on. Goodness, that's loud. Because we've also got to get over and do the other field as well. Right, set that off. Oh, and it's a proper no man's land storm too. Bit of thunder, bit of rain. Okay. I'm not going to overly worry about the little patches. They'll either survive it or they won't. We'll pick them up next time. But we'll try and get as much as we can, as efficiently as we can, because I'm now conscious of the fact that before all this gets too wet, we've got to head over to do the grass, the hay, over near the village that we created. And we're only talking a few bales, so that's not going to take long to do. But it just means we have got to get all the equipment over there. And in absence of follow me, that's going to be a few trips for sure. Probably key being actually to get it windrowed up so that it's in swath and the bulk of it still isn't going to get too wet too quickly. But yeah, so the rains come a good, well, I'd say a couple of hours earlier than was expected yesterday, which was my fear that it looked a little bit too soon in terms of the sort of, current forecast type thing. Let's switch the baler off. Where's the pickup? So we get a bit more speed. I suppose there is an element of actually, may as well, I've got the baler on the back, may as well take the baler straight over. Right, we're done. Raise it up. Oh, remind me, sorry, constantly I want to use this to remind myself. Unload baler. Fold baler. Okay. Right, I'll pick up those last few bales, get them on the back of the truck, and I'll get all this stuff over there, and I'll see you over at the other field. Right, so I've changed my mind. We have dashed over. Bales will be better at coping with a bit of wet, I think, than the loose stuff that's sitting unswathed. So let's get it swathed up. Quick smart. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. So switch it on. Right, it's going to take a few runs back and forth, but it's a short run. You know, we're really talking probably, I don't know, I can't remember how much we got in the end, but you know, we might only be talking about 5 or 6 bales max. You know, that's 5,000 or 6,000. That's, you know, 30 or so thousand litres. It's not to be sniffed at. Lovely jubbly. Just about getting away with it. The rain's getting a little bit more persistent, so time is of the essence. Technically shouldn't be doing this at all. There you go. Already the crops are too wet, so that's no more harvesting. I hadn't even had a chance yet to check whether or not any of them were ready. I don't think they would have been. So I think, to be honest, we're probably all right. There we go. That was a quick job. I need to check. I think we do have some more straw, you know, grain crops that will give us straw. So worth hanging on to this for now. Just very quickly wait for that to fold up. I'm going to unfold it. First I need to fold it. That's what you do, you fold it. And it's folded. Got our winter projects planned, finishing ploughing out some of these fields, putting tracks in. Lots of jobs to do. Right, these are quite chunky, these swaths, so let's hope we'll be as efficient as possible. At least they're nice straight lines. Ish. Not as straight as I might have hoped, but never mind. I did. Oh, sorry, yes, I do. You're right. You're right. Right, try and take this a little bit steady. Nah, it's just too big, the swath. At least if we keep what we miss on one side, they're not too long, so hopefully, you know, it'll be fairly easy for me just to come around and do it straight away without a bale landing in the middle of it. This one, on the other hand, oh no, that's just eek, that's torn it, as they say. Oh, well, there you go. I should be able to do some of that, actually. We're not even going to get half a dozen bales, we're going to get about 4 bales out of here. Oh well. I don't want to miss any of that, that'd be really embarrassing. Oh well, too late. Right, last line, and then we'll just come back and do the dregs. Go get the truck and quickly get these into the shed. I shall probably, for now, for speed, to be honest, I'll just put the trailer in the shed till I need it for something else. It doesn't really matter. Mind you, I've got to go and get that straw bale actually as well. Grief, that was a big swath. There's a problem being, of course, that it was solid. These will be big swaths because it's not like we had odd swaths from a harvester. This was a completely, you know, covered load of straw, of grass rather, at probably quite a depth, more than you'd normally get out of a swath from a combine that's been sort of, you know, I suppose actually it wasn't before, was it? It was mowers, but I think it's deeper, so as you know, as it's windrowed up, it's windrowed it more, and they were consistently spread out. Wow, okay, now it's getting very wet. Right, jump across to the truck. So for speed, I picked up that straw bale that was still sitting on the field. I've got to get all of this stuff under cover as quickly as I can. Quick, 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 quick. Come on, it's raining, it's wet, it's horrid. Come on. All right, give us a chance. I don't know, I went in. I kind of need to be outside so I can see what I'm doing. So it's all a bit hurried. And I dread to think how long this video is by this point, but you know what? You've seen so much, we may as well see it through. Or you might already have stopped watching, in which case you didn't know I just said that. It's very confusing. Really off the dregs. It's probably not even enough for a bale here. And I'm making a right hash of it. Ah, more haste, less speed. There we go. Right, done. Switch it off. Raise it up. And I'll tell you what, if we go do this, let's switch the lights off. There we go. Nothing else to unload. Fold it up. Fold it up. There we go. Let's go get these in the shed. I love it, that's the little preheater light. And there we go. So, last few bales will be a little bit damp, but they'll dry out. We'll make sure perhaps we use those first. And, you know, we'll need to start feeding the sheep with bales soon. So, you know, it will, because as the grass dies down over the winter, we'll be feeding them hay bales, so they'll get used. And we might need to start making some more TMR and all that kind of jazz. I left myself enough room to, crikey, then I'll feed that. I might have done this from the wrong side really. This is actually going to be a little bit tricky. Oh no, we're alright. Just about got the space. Beautiful. Right, I'll fiddle about doing this later. Get those unloaded. No, don't. Oh, I've done it again. That's what take. No, you couldn't have just have taken a music, could you? That was what it did the last time. I should have thought about that before I backed in. Anyway, there you go. What you're going to do. I should have done that first, but there you go. Never mind. It's fine. I'll get these unloaded. We'll get them sorted out. They'll probably magically end up on the other side of the shed. And there we go. The hay is finally made just about in a window before the rains-ish came again, but so much using the wet ones first, but never mind. It's a good shed, there's plenty of ventilation, they'll dry out, it's all fine. Actually, you know what, that should do nicely. But there you go, I'll get these unloaded, tidied away, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.